off her back off right now because I was getting frustrated and just discussing myself. Not upset her. She didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it sounded like she was making an effort to do something that looked familiar.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
And,
So take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I just got like, gosh.
So just like, especially if she's just circling you.
Yeah,
and,
she was.
And just, you know, be like, oh, you're cool. Kind of
Yeah.
enjoy it, you know?
And I did. I just let her do it, and then I pulled her in and just tried to really, I was very gentle with her, and not telling her no. So I just said, you know what, I don't want to practice, so it's,
Yeah. Better to walk away.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
it's
sure.
not.
Hey, buddy. Did you want to get his saddle?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Hey. Hey. Yeah. Hi. Hi. What a good guy. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Take you away from grass, huh? We can take you right away from grass? Yeah. No, I don't do that. I'm not scratching toes, but thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. Hi. I'm just going to be able to talk to you a little bit better with this halter on, okay? So this is Pumpkin. I don't actually know him. I'm meeting him right now. He's been trailered in to visit today. Oh, you hear that? Interesting, huh? Back, good. Yeah. Back. Good job. Yeah. Can you do this? You sure can. Good job. How about this way? Can you go this way? I'll talk to you a little bit louder if you don't do it. Nope, listen. Nope. You're okay though. Good. Yeah. Back. Get out of my space. Get out of my space. Out of my space. Thank you. Back. Good job. I know. Good job. Yeah. So do you know how to run? Let's see. Nope. Follow my instructions. Look, you're okay. Nope. Yes. Good. Keep going though. Nope. No, you're okay. Wait. You're okay. Good. Yeah, you're okay. I got you. Good. Keep going. Good. Yep. Good. Thank you. That was nice because he was a little confused what I wanted from him, and instead of stopping and asking, he asked him to go. So I'm going to see if I can help stop, wheel his tail away. Wait. So part of his crowding you is an insecurity, okay? Because when he gets a little nervous, even with me, then he doesn't know me well enough, but he knows human can create at least a safety zone. He got kind of chest up towards me. And that's just out of insecurity. But he's very smart. Very smart. No, he's extremely smart. Yeah. Watch. Oh, and happy birthday weekend. Back. Good. Yeah, so like he understood when I went like this, I wasn't asking him to leave, I just looking for a sense of direction. Nope. Put that foot back. Good. So I'm just gonna give him a little more support because he's not exactly sure. He had it before. Good. But I don't need you to leave. You can tell him, so see, he got a little insecure and he came into me. So we're just going to let him know you can be an independent guy and stand out there by yourself. Back then. So it's nice that you don't have to really turn. Nope. So this is insecurity again. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right. Yep. Good. So when you lunge him, you just kind of chase him out there until he's on the end of the line, and then.
Well, I struggle with it, but when I'm sitting there, I can't always do it. With whom I can, with 50 crowds.
Yeah, he doesn't understand it. That's why I was asking.
That was my son.
No. That's okay.
Yeah, he just walks in, and then I can't get to him. I'm in the particular circle.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
I don't know how to correct that.
Yeah, no, that's why I was asking. I just wanted to see if there's like, because since he doesn't understand actually what I'm asking for, would make that exercise something that could bring anxiety to your relationship. Especially if it's something you attempt to do often enough that, and if you were told to do it, of course, you would try to do it.
Right.
So I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it today. So that it's clear, 100% clear what his job is. And then, do you feel that he's ever high on any kind of adrenaline? We can add in a little extra thing to help him if you feel that that's something that he deals with. And that, excuse me, wait, I didn't say go anywhere. I'm sorry that you felt I needed to do something. Whoa. And stand right, no, that's not what I said. Just listen to me. You got it. And stop right there. And there. That's all I wanted. And making him very responsible for himself. And not being in a scratching post. Okay? Because that's just him testing out, like with me right now, it's him testing out his dominance, but something he's gotten used to being able to do to me. Yeah, it often is. It's affection from the lead horse to you to say, scratch me back. But if you're scratching him, the lead horse is the only one that initiates scratching on the lower ones. But the lower one could never just go up to him, the lead horse, and scratch on him. The cool thing is if you find a horse that's itchy, he did say that there's certain things that he didn't like when I was first trying to soothe him with some itchies. He kind of backed off like, oh, no, I'm not into that. So he was kind of saying, so it'd be interesting to find a spot that he says, oh, yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, sure. I would too. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want. Yeah, I was gonna say I wouldn't want water sprayed in my face either.
But I can touch his head where you and I he makes eye contact, which, I recognize now is he wants to understand, he wants to communicate.
Yeah.
Because, he doesn't understand what I want.
Right.
He's looking to me, where Dude looks away, he engages with me, and goes, I'll do it, just, what do you want?
Right.
I just don't know exactly.
Right. Okay, so he's got the backup and he's got the direction to choose. So what I'm gonna have you do is it's gonna be something that's gonna require patience. Okay? Horses are great teachers of patience. Okay, what you're gonna do, I'm gonna just get some of these cones out of the way because they're not necessary for this exercise. You're gonna ask him to back away from you. even if it's only 6 feet to start, you're going to ask him to back away from you, and then you're going to ask him to pick a direction. Now, or you're going to pick a direction, I should say. The trick is that you can't let him assume that you're telling him to go just because you chose a direction. So if you feel, let's set him up to succeed. If you point in the direction you want him to go, he's just going to start going, then we're going to go ahead and give him a kiss right off the bat. So that way he knows that he's told to go. Because if he just goes when we give him a sense of direction, then we're going to ruin the opportunity to have just him move his feet in one direction without leaving. So if you feel like if you point in a direction he's going to say, okay, I'm supposed to leave, then we're just going to go ahead and throw the kiss at him right away, so we give him the cue he's supposed to respect. Does that make sense? Okay, so you're gonna go into the middle. And start practicing exercising like your personal space right. Okay, now, just hold on a second. No. Now, yep, say put that foot back. Nobody said go. I am going to raise that one fly that he's got on his foot. That's why he stomped that front, yeah.
I bought one of these halters.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't know he didn't like flash very much. That was my fault.
No, it's my fault. I didn't tell you that.
I'm sorry, handsome. I'm sorry. No. I assumed. I shouldn't have assumed. Good job. There you go. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm sorry.
No, it's his owner's fault.
I'm sorry.
Verbalized.
Okay. No, I shouldn't have assumed. Okay. I'm gonna get your back legs too, okay? Okay. So it's cool. See his ears? That's very communicative. That's his ears telling you he's worried. So when you see their ears go out to the sides almost like a mule,
Yeah.
that's them saying extremely worried. Now, if I were to go like this, one would definitely stay on this. Okay? Because he's worried about this. And often if this is on the ground, he'll tilt his head like this at it.
God.
But the ears out to the sides, that's worry. That's a good way to show that. That's all worry. If you see a horse do that when you're on your back, you better figure out what they're worried about and don't push them towards it.
Okay.
And often if you push them towards it, like I said, they'll point at it. See how he's still paying very much attention to that. Okay, so now you're going to ask him to back away from you. You're not going to move towards him, you're going to ask him to back away from you. Yep, give him some support. Say, excuse me, talking to you. There you go, good. Now, what happened there was you said back, you told him with the support, but then this stopped telling him to back up. Okay? And then he came to you because he's like, okay, because you kind of held it out like it was supposed to say something, but he didn't know what you were saying. Yep, so when you ask him to back, you can turn it down. There you go, good. Now see how less confused he is, good. One more step, see if he asks for one more step. If he comes towards you, you're going to get louder so that he knows the wrong answer can be uncomfortable. Go ahead and take a step at him. Yep, good, and stop. Good. Now, since it's in your right hand, you're going to point towards the barn, but you're going to point not up at the barn because he'll come to you. You're going to point more at me. Yep. And then you're going to put the other energy on his shoulder, and you're going to give him a kiss cue to tell him to go. One kiss means walk. Multiple kisses mean giddy up. Then, what you're going to do is, as he leaves, you're going to try to rest your hand as quickly as you can without dropping it and pulling on him. So when you tell him to go and he starts to go, and you're going to just gently go into neutral. He's going to keep doing this. He's going to keep stopping and asking you a question. That's all he's doing. When we teach horses to lunge, we didn't tell them we're going to do it for 20 minutes. We didn't tell them we're going to do it for 10 laps. They're going to go off on the circle and they're going to be like, is that good? That's all he's doing. He has no idea what your intentions are, so we want to always make sure that we can't project to them what we think they know. So, what you're going to do is you're going to ask him to go. You can follow him, but when you follow him, you're going to follow like his legs. Ask him to get out of your personal space. Good? Good? Good. Good. And then you go neutral. Nope, just go neutral. I say stand. Okay, because you can say stand like if you're going to step away from them on the cross ties. I never leave horses on cross ties. Like, I have all my stuff with me. I never like put them on the cross ties and then go to the pack room. Yeah, I do too. So, but I teach people not to do that, but also teach them at least tell your horse you told them to stand. So when I put horses on cross ties, the first thing I say is stand, which means don't move your feet. Never just stood still. Well, you just said my personal space is important to me. Oh, that's okay. No, you don't have to be sorry to be excited. So now what you're going to do is you're going to tell, so here we are, you're going to say, please go that way. You're going to give him a single kiss. Means walk. As he walks, you're going to do your best to, without accidentally pulling on him, you're going to do it with an open hand. An open hand on the rope, lowering the rope down to your side, and you're going to try to be as neutral as you can. That's going to be his cue for everything you teach him. Your neutral will be his cue that he got it right. Kind of like when you play one of those video games and it says answers right, yes. You know, you're going to be giving him the yes, you're right. Okay? But if you stay active, you're not giving him that yes. Okay? So then, let's say he only walked a quarter of a circle. Okay? Then he turns and looks at you. Did I do good? You said, yes, you did good. Thank you for asking. Please go again and go back into neutral. Eventually, he'll keep asking only with an ear or an eye. Yep, okay, my personal space is important to me. Back out of my personal space. Yep, don't stop wiggling though. Good. Yep, you got it. So like when you stop to give him the shot, you stopped wiggling, so you turned off. Okay? Good. So then you're gonna ask him to go again, and chances are he'll come to about here and ask you again. Make sure you point like you're pointing over his shoulder. Yep. That tells his nose to turn that way, and now you're going to support his shoulder to follow his nose. Don't pull on him. It was a natural thing to try to pull on him to encourage him to go. Don't. You're just going to put all your, if you're pointing that way, you can put all your energy on his shoulder. Yep. See his nose already turned? He's just going to follow. Now leave him alone. Go neutral. Yep, that's okay. Back him out of your personal space. Good. Again, point over his shoulder. Yeah. Put your energy on his shoulder. Give him a bump and tell him wrong answer. Yep, good. Now leave him alone. Good, perfect. Raise your hand. Yep. Energy on his shoulder. Good. One kiss. Because if you got to think, if someday you want him to canter and you do a bunch of kisses, but yesterday a bunch of kisses meant just walk, that's not fair. Again, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just asking you. Say yep. So now, try to watch him. You keep asking him. Now, see if you can pinpoint when he's about to stop. Keep your hand down. Yep. If he's about to stop, raise your hand and see if that's enough to make him keep going. Yep. Lower your hand. When you think he's about to stop, you're going to raise your hand back up. Allow your hand to be as open as you can, so that way the line can drift. If you can take more line, that's great. Yep. Lower your hand. We'll get him out on the circle more, but we're just allow him to take the line, and he doesn't understand. That's all. He's probably run circles around people when he was nervous, and that's what he thinks he's supposed to be doing. Is he's just being encouraged to run circles around you, so to speak. Allow him to take that line. Just keep your hand open. He'll take it from you. You don't have to wiggle it out of your hand. Because more vibration you put on the line, the more you're communicating. So just open your hand, allow him to just take it out of your hand. Yep, there you go. Yep, So when you think he's going to stop, we're going to just try to get in front of it. So now if he stops in the same spot, he's creating a pattern. If he creates a pattern, then you're just going to try to get ahead of the pattern. There you go. Yep, don't chase him anymore. Good, you got him out of that pattern. Yep, don't chase him. Just believe in him. Put your hand down, though. Raise it. Good, you don't need the extra energy. Just see if raising your hand's enough. Put your hand down now, though. Only when he stops do you raise your hand. Now you might have to give him some energy. Good. Yep. Yep, it's a pattern. Yep, now he's going to start rubbing on you. Yep. Yep, step in there and say, I think you should be paying attention to me. Yep, but see, now you're not wiggling the rope anymore. It's a little ambidextrous. Yeah, it's okay. Good. One more step and then stop. So if you want him to move his feet, you got to tell him you want him to move his feet. Yes. So if he just stands there and doesn't do anything, he's not doing anything wrong because you didn't tell him to move his feet. So that's his insecurity and his dominance coming out. Now, interesting. You were looking for length in your line, and you know how you took your length in your length? You actually took tension to give yourself length. Yeah. You're doing great. You're doing great. Good. Good. So he has a better understanding of what he's being told to do. Now we just have to explain to him his job. That's okay. I can help him through that piece, because this is him just being dominant now. So let me help him through that piece. So he's gotten away with kind of telling you that. I'm just going to tell his shoulder to stop coming in here. Pay attention to me. My bite's a little bit bigger. I'm just going to try to break this pattern that he's got right here. Good. I'm okay with him trotting. Just trying to figure out what to do with his feet. So I would not ask him to release right here because he's cutting in this circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that real quick, and then I'm going to release him. So this should be fixed right through here. And now I'm going to fix where he crowds here. He's probably going to do it one more time. So I'm putting all my energy on his rib cage to say, you don't need to bring your rib cage towards me. If he comes in, I'm going to just tell him he shouldn't do that. So now he shouldn't do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to release him right here. This gives him an opportunity. Stay back. Back one more. Back. Back. So you can look at that horse. So I'm telling him his feet need to be still. He can look. He doesn't need to move. If he moves, which he's about to do, I'm going to fix that. But see, that lean wasn't a committed lean, so I didn't do anything about it. If that knee gets involved, all that lean is okay. If that knee were to get involved, then I would fix it. Now I'm going to go up to him and love on him. I don't ever want you to not love on him. In fact, I encourage more love than most people give. But, on your terms. You can love on him all you want, but you go to him. He doesn't come to you. And let's say if you're in just even your yard with him, and he comes and crowds all over you, ask him to get away, stand and wait, and now when he shows you respect, you say, now I'll come love on you. And I probably avoid all the face stuff until we politely ask, or when he really, really rubs on you, dismiss him. And then when he, like respectfully, okay, I'm sorry, then you can come and say, now, offer him some, nope. I'm going to make moving when I tell him to move a little uncomfortable. But I'm not going to hold a grudge about it. Okay? That's the trick, is that my neutral said you did it right, and I'm not mad at you for it. You can get your energy, can get into a heightened state to correct something, but you have to not let anything they do become personal, and you have to be able to just drain it. Okay, so now I'm going to have you do that. Yep. Yep. Just, you didn't tell him to move his feet. Good. Good. Go neutral. If he crowds you, you're going to take an aggressive step towards his rib cage but don't follow him, so you try to stay in one spot. You didn't need that energy. Okay. Put your hand down. Only put your hand up if he asks, should I stop? Like right there. There. Good. And if you have to, you can encourage him to kiss. Yep, don't swing at him. Just, yep. Well, you hit his butt. If you're going to do that, you're going to lob it like a wet towel at his rib cage. Yes. Now you go at his shoulder because he's too close to you with his shoulder. Yep. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. You're following him around, so you're crowding his space. Yep. Yep. Energy at his shoulder. Yep. Put your hand down. Yep. Put your hand down. now he just told you I know that now, right? Try a kiss and a raise of a hand first before you get swinging at him. Good. So you used his nose to lengthen your line again. You feel what you did? Like you kind of ran your hand down the taut line from his nose. So you want to make sure that you don't do that because you're accidentally pulling him to you all the time. Yeah, just an open hand. An open hand will get your hand to wherever you need it to go. Good, now, yep, give him a break for a second. So what happens when they get on the wrong page, then they find, like say he got doled out and kind of on the wrong page and didn't know what to do and he didn't back up. And as soon as he took that first step back, that's when you want to release for a second to say, yes, you're right. Because sometimes they just get on the wrong page, and if you could just reward them for getting on the right page, then the next time you ask them, they're like, oh yeah, I get it now. But if we're mad at them, not mad, but frustrated with they're not backing up, and then they finally take a backup step, but nothing about us changed to tell them that they were right, then they're going to keep finding something else, because all that noise made them look for that, but if that didn't create the release, then he's going to look for another, he's going to look for another answer. So we want to make sure you always release, especially when they get on the wrong page. Okay, you're good, now, could you back up, please? So, and you go back down to where you center yourself again and say, now let's ask as if I never asked you yet. Okay. Yep. Kiss again if you didn't leave. Put your energy on his shoulder if you didn't leave. Yeah. Good, leave him alone. Try to stare more at his shoulder or his legs. Yeah. Yep, try to lift your hand first before you quick go to giving him energy. Yep. Good. Give him a cue now. Yep. And now you can give him, you can bump him right out of your space because that's all just being kind of a bulldozer there. Good. So so we're going to use one word. Okay. So just use back. There you go. Because when you start doing back up, pumpkin, back up, it changes it. Good. Now just stay neutral for a second. Just let him know that he did that thing right. Now go ahead and give him guidance. Give him a cue and give him support. Good. Guidance, cue, support. Allow him to have that line. Yep. And then when you do raise your hand until he does what you want. So the raised hand will stay there and then you add support. Yep. And if you have to give him a good enough shot on his shoulder so he stops getting all in your space. It's okay. He's used to being able to move you around. Yeah. Okay.
I've been doing this for years, and this is the same outcome every time.
That's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if he'll do it for me so I can show you how to correct that. Back. Good job. That was a good job. You did that really well. Yes, you did. Back. But you're still not listening. There. See? Back. Yes. Good. You know now. You can't lie to me. But you want to get him to the point to where you can just stand here and pass the rope around behind your back. If he were to stop, it's just because the pressure's off of him on my back. But he should learn to have the responsibility of keep going until he's told different. So see, I gave him my direction, gave him my support, but I kept my little bit of support down low. Like I wasn't looking to go after him. So I'm being much more quiet. You're quick to go with the energy. Because there, he wasn't asking a question more than he was telling me, I'm going to stop if you don't do something about it. And that's what he keeps doing to you. And then you're just not armed with being able to tell him, I don't think that's what we're going to do. So now I'm going to tell him to stop. Look at his tail. So I worried him a little bit. Chase lost interest. He's the greeter. He's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. Thank you. Good. Okay. So he didn't want to crowd me. There's a different authority that I've already offered him. So I can't really fix it. I'm going to try to fix it with you. Try, if he comes in on you like that, try to off if you kind of feel when he's going to do it. Do you have the ability to kind of see when he's about to come in, as opposed to once he's already on top of you?
I see it, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to hit him, so I don't want to get
Right, so a second before that, you're going to want to tell him to keep going. Okay, so when you feel him kind of like eyeing you up, so when you feel him kind of eyeing you up like he's going to come in on you, well before he's actually standing on top of you, put your hand up and say, I think you need to keep going. You can put your hand up with a kiss at the same time if you want, just to let him know that he needs to keep moving his feet and keep moving his feet in that direction. But don't be as fast to give him the rope support unless you don't get a response. So you don't want the rope support to be the first thing you do, because without the direction, all you're doing is encouraging him to come to you faster. Because if you're not giving him a sense of keep going on the circle, but and his mind is on coming to you, now you put energy on it. It's like putting the gas on him coming to you. That's why he not only comes to you, comes to you like on top of you. So he does that because he's gotten used to being able to do it. And he does that as a result of being insecure. But the more you're clear about what you want, the more he's going to just ask for instructions from where he is instead of needing to be on top of you to almost suppress you. He's trying to stop you from telling him what to do. He doesn't have that relationship yet, which is just that he just doesn't necessarily feel your leadership yet. He feels your frustration more than leadership. And often when they feel frustration from somebody, they want to be above them on the pecking order. Good guy. He's a good guy. You are. Well, that's the one thing I always tell people. I think I've already told you that. If you're in France and you finally meet an English-speaking person, that's your new best friend. So that's kind of what happens. Yep. Yep, now your support. Yep. Now you kiss again so he knows to move his feet. Good. Now go neutral as fast as you can go neutral without accidentally pulling him on top of you. Now your body is not screaming neutral, your body is screaming thoughtful. Scream, tuck a leg. Think neutral. There you go. Yep. Yep. Good. And now allow him to have the rope when he wants to leave like that. So that's the idea, is you want him on the end of that rope. Raise your hand now. Yep, it was first rope. Yep. Yep. Yep, you can even grab him at the snap and direct his nose the other way. Yeah, he definitely feels like he's quite above you. Yeah, because he actually, as you got yourself a little vulnerable, it's okay. You got yourself a little vulnerable, and then you got loud without enough authority of what he's supposed to do. So what happened was he started to take it up a notch. His face got different. It got a little. His face. We want to make sure that you're. So if he comes in on you like that, you're gonna just. And I usually say, don't touch the snap. Okay. Yep. So you're gonna just kind of abruptly, directly put it up to your face. Don't let him come into your face like that, especially when he starts getting where his ears didn't pin, but they started to go back. Like, oh yeah, you know. So we want to make sure that he doesn't think he can ever take it up even that far. That was mildly threatening. Okay, so we want to make sure that we don't see if that goes any further. Don't be a brat. Yep, we're neutral. Yep. Yep. Take it up as high as you have to. Yep. Good, now go neutral. Don't take it personal. He just needs you to win that battle, that's all. But don't take it personal. Don't make it something that you bring home with you, okay? Because when you do that, then they still win because they pissed you off. See, that's all you had to do, though. Look, now go ahead and ask him to stop because we want to release him. He's done a great job. Good, and wiggle so he doesn't come all the way in. Good, and stop. Good. So I want to teach you how to release him on a circle, because I kind of left you hanging there, and I didn't realize I hadn't taught you that. Good job. Good job. So when they're on a circle, so I'm going to just send him out, and then I'm going to stop him. Okay, so when they're on a circle, what you're going to do is you're going to step out like you're going to look at behind their tail. Nope. I'm going to give him a little energy to have him, you do not come in my personal space. I don't play that. Okay, so I had an opportunity to kind of show you how you could handle that, okay? Like, I didn't wiggle side to side. I made sure that snap did hit him, if necessary. You get as big as you have to protect your personal space. But don't let it turn into, like, a tug of war. You get as big and explosive as you have to make him get out of your way. So I'm going to ask him to back away again.